Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer 2 Battle Replay. This one was sent in by Optimus Pine, and it's actually against Rigson, who we cast recently as well. So, as you can see here, he has, well, he's Dark Elves, isn't he? Optimus Pine. Rigson's playing as the Lizardman. Here you can see there are two Reaper bolt throws. These guys are great for whittling down big dinos. They really are. They're very handy. But also, look at this, Chilosonta and a Charybdis. So the Charybdis can be lowering all leadership around it because it's very frightening. Also, it does have Terror as well as the other debuff. What is the debuff called? I've forgotten actually. Abyssal Howl, that's the one. So -8 leadership, you're going to lose some leadership for fear, and then Terror will rout them. So really nice terror bombing unit there, super useful. Also Chilosonta, you know, great armor piercing, so great against dinos. Anti-large on this one, not anti-large on this one, but it does slow things down, which means they can't escape the Charybdis and Chilosonta combo. I think he just got shot by his buddy there. Oh god. You poor sods. Alright, bad bolt thrower. Anyway, here, Morathi as well. Morathi, great utility belt. So fantastic, anti-large and armor piercing. A bit squishy, but when she's got, here we go, Soul Stealer, she can heal up, and she's pretty small. She can get in and out of combat rather nicely. Also, she's got her Enchanting Beauty to lower melee attack, which is very, very nice. Also, she's got Spiteful Conjuration, so armor is going to get lowered every time she casts a spell, which, again, super useful against Lizardmen. Also, the Wand of Caradon for the extra Doom Bolts, and yeah, just really nice. Power of Darkness to get more magic, so she can use more Soul Stealers. So, really good utility lord here. But, Doom and Darkness, I believe she's got, doesn't she? I think she does. No? No, she has shadows, doesn't she? Yeah, I'm being silly. What I love is with the Charybdis, if you bring a Deathcaster with Doom and Darkness, you can lower leadership even more. So the Charybdis with Doom and Darkness can pretty much rout anything, which I find really entertaining. But anyway, here, Hellebranai. So really nice units here. Blackguard and Nagaron, both great. Great holdout units. They take so long to kill, and with that anti-large and armor piercing, dinosaurs beware. There's a lot of dinosaur killing power in this army, and that's kind of about it really. But it doesn't mean that infantry is going to be able to get through the armor of these guys very easily, and they're going to get terrified away pretty quickly. So there's a lot of potential here. So see Rigson's army, Salamander hunting packs. These guys will be able to get some very, very nice damage into things like the Blackguard. Also here, the Umbral Tide Salamander hunting pack. So again, just great explosive damage and anti-large, which is nice on the missile damage, so really helps against things like the Chilosonta, especially the Chilosonta being weak to fire, because yeah, they do have fire ammunition, so it's going to hurt, which is why he's been pulled back. Same with the Charybdis, they're being pulled back so they don't get killed to bits. So hopefully the Reap Bolt Throwers can whittle them down a bit. Here, plenty of Chameleon Skinks to help start whittling things down. A mixture of Saurus Warriors and Skink cohorts over here. There is Lord Croak, so big old explosions, and a lot of the expense of this army isn't very mobile, so it could take damage very fast. There's also Lord Mazdamundi on Zlak, so real powerhouse this guy. Got Apotheosis for healing, Harmonic Convergence to up some stats, and he's also got this extra +9 melee defense, which will keep people in the fight for longer. He does also have Roaring Skies, which is useful against Dark Elves a lot of the time, because, you know, Morathi's in the air, but not useful all the time. So here you can see, it's, yeah, more Skink cohorts, more Saurus Warriors, and yeah, oh, and more Salamander hunting packs in the other side. So we're going to speed things up. Morathi has actually come straight in to try and deal with the Salamander hunting pack. You might as well. She's a small target, hard to hit, and with that armor piercing and melee, anti-large and armor piercing, she can do great against Salamander hunting packs. Great to get some early hits. They're trying to shoot Morathi, but they're just going to keep missing. So that is wonderful. And here, Blackguard and Nagaron, so much armor that, yeah, they are getting whittled down by the Chameleon Skinks, but they can hold out for a long time. So you can see these guys getting a nice flank, but Dread Spears are here defending the Reaper Bolt Thrower, and as we've seen, Morathi can actually zip around the battlefield pretty damn quickly and get killing. Just get killing Salamanders. Over here, you can see that the Chilosontas managed to get in, slowing down these units to 45 speed, which is still pretty quick. I mean, these guys can't catch up. The Salamander, the Umbral Tide, could get out of here if they wanted to, and they're certainly going to try. They're certainly going to try, but a lot of them are getting caught up, which is definitely a problem, and while they're running away, they're not shooting. Over here, Blackguard and Nagaron still just pushing way in, pulling a load of units out of position. And over on this side, you can see a Soul Stealer has been used. I think that's preemptive. I wouldn't use a Soul Stealer on a unit like that. I don't think there's the need. So here, Morathi is charging in, doing some work. But a lot of these units, there's no cavalry here. You know, all the mobility is a Salamander hunting pack, which can't really afford to get stuck in. So that's a bit of a problem. I think if the battle was leaning more towards Cold One riders, this could have been over very, very fast. Because, yeah, wiping out a load of Salamander hunting packs, there's a lot of expense. It's definitely a fun thing to bring, but I think Rigson knew that this was more playing around with new units. So I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt there, but given all the new units and all the big stompy monsters, it's definitely worth casting. That's how I feel anyway. So Morathi's in here doing some work with Salamander hunting pack. Skinks and Saurus are trying to deal with her, and that's where that Soul Stealer would have come in handy. Would have put her health back up, and that would have been nice. You can see Mazdamundi's coming in to try and help too, and the Dread Spear's just soaking up a load of fire. Over here, amazingly, these Dread Spears are keeping pace, and the Bolt Throwers are still able to keep shooting into these Salamanders. Over on this side, the two big monsters, they're dealing with Kroak really well. Really well. Kroak is taking so much damage from these monsters, and he is so slow. And that is a real problem. Against sort of brutes like this, he is very hard to keep safe, which is why he's super useful. Apotheosis trying to keep him in the fight. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. But hey, that's what happens when you're fighting Charybdis and Chilosonta. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. And the Salamander hunting pack's been pushed away from these units that they could do a ton of work to. So they're having to pull back in, but out in the open they are suffering so much damage to the Reaper Bolt Throwers. Here though, you can see the Blackguard and Agaron, they're keeping a lot of stuff busy, but they're taking just a horrible amount of damage. Hellebronai trying to help as well, but this is actually in the Lizardmen's favour. It's just where the Dark Elves have been benefiting. It's been in far more places. So here, Wand of Corydon being used to try and help kill these Salamander hunting packs again. Morathi's still chasing. Nothing can catch up to her. If she's chasing a unit that's faster than any other Lizardman unit, the speed differential's too much, you know? Mazdamundi, he has to be as quick as the Salamander hunting party in order to help this fight. So we can't. So Morathi's just bullying these guys. So over here in Apotheosis trying to keep the Salamander hunting pack going, but they're not going to be faring well against the Dread Spears. Here you can see the other Salamanders are coming in trying to help. Mazdamundi's got the Reaper Bolt Throws, but the damage has been done by these guys already. They've managed to get so much value during this fight, just from Optimus Pine pushing things so much. He's just had his units just run out in all directions, knowing that it'll slow things down and keep the Reaper Bolt Throwers safe and able to keep firing at things. Now, Charybdis is chasing down Mazdamundi, which is definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. And here, Chilosonta's trying to come in too. There are some very healthy Saurus warriors that will be able to support him rather nicely. And the Umbral Tide are trying to do what they can. So, Reaper Bolt Throw is really struggling in here. Morathi dealing with the Salamander hunting packs. And these Blackguard are still fighting. So are these. They just won't go down. They just won't go down. And without Lord Kroak being able to do, you know, his big spells that are great for dealing with big, old, tough units, it's tough. It's tough. He needed those. He needed Kroak for the punching power. And I think Optimus Prime knew that. He knew, get the big monsters on top of Kroak. You know, they're able to kill Kroak before they could possibly kill the Charybdis, especially with all the Salamander hunting packs being pushed away. So this is pretty textbook, I've got to say. This made perfect use of his army, even though it kind of looks like a mess. But there's method to his messness. That's the phrase, right? It is now. So, here you can see Mazdamundi is doing pretty great, though. The Charybdis is struggling. He is actually struggling to stay here. They don't have the best leadership themselves, and the Saurus Warriors being so healthy and really high weapon strength, they're able to whittle him down pretty hard. So you can see Morathi has come in here. A Soul Stealer, going to put her health way up, and that's really going to help. And that anti-large armor piercing on Mazdamundi, that's definitely going to help too. But yeah, the Charybdis is struggling. Definitely struggling. Low armor on a Charybdis, so Saurus Warriors can get great value against them. You know, so pretty brutal, pretty brutal. But Chilosonta's in here now, slowing things down, doing some extra armor-piercing damage, which is very nice to see. And these Dread Spears are able to chase off the Chameleon Skinks that would actually be great for supplementing damage on the Charybdis and the Chilosonta, both of which have very low armor at 60. So, some Dread Spears are here. They've killed all the Salamanders, and now they're sat idle. They need to be doing something. These Salamanders are coming back, but, I mean, no, they're broken. They're broken. It's too much. Too much for them. They're too stressed out. They're too stressed out. Not the best leadership on Salamanders. Anyway, yep, the bullying is continuing. Mazdamundi really struggling here, using Apotheosis to keep himself in the fight. And let's see, anything else going on? Yep, Reaper Bolt Throw crews hiding in the woods, so they don't get killed. So they don't get killed off. If they need to come back in later, they can. So, yep, even though the advantage with the Dark Elves, he's still being wise to keep units like that safe. So Morathi has taken a staggering amount of hurt, so she needs to get out of there. But it did keep these guys in the fight a bit. It looks like it's going to be another... Nope. Yep, another Soul Stealer. Another Soul Stealer and another charge, trying to get some more damage into Mazdamundi. So her health is going to be going up, super close to a healing cap, but she may as well. She may as well. And yeah, that's crazy. That's 3 Soul Stealers she's used, which is pretty insane. That is pretty big. So yep, here though, this is a bit of a problem. Charybdis being chased off. That is a real pain. And these skinks can basically keep pace with him. They'll be able to keep chasing him off. And over here, it looks like the Chilosontar might go too. So, although it was, Chilosontar and Charybdis, you think the two of them, and Morathi, could just dumpster whatever. But no, they can't. Against just swarms of infantry, they do really struggle. They really do. They just don't have the armor to fight these very cost-effective units against non-armored units. You know, Saurus Warriors, they struggle against armor, but against something like this, they're just wonderful. Huge weapon strength on Saurus Warriors. So they are just mulching it. And Mazdamundi, constantly using Apotheosis, he's keeping his health up. He's keeping his health up really nicely. So the Chilosontar is broken. Charybdis is coming back, though. Charybdis is coming back. Very injured, but he is coming back. Just one good hit, and he'd pay for himself again, I think. So, over here, you can see Chameleon Skink still running from the Dread Spears, but the rest of the Lizardman units are pretty much dealt with. There are some Saurus Warriors left, but yeah, load of Blackguard that are starting to come back into the fight. But Mazdamundi is being an absolute beast here. He is doing a fine job. You know, he's still got plenty of room to heal with Apotheosis, and that could be very scary. Sadly, though, Dread Spears are coming. They're keeping all the infantry busy, and it's the infantry that was doing the damage to things like the Charybdis. Skinks are coming in, but they don't hit half as hard as Saurus Warriors. But I guess Saurus Warriors are pretty great against things like the Dread Spears. But with the Charybdis back in, hitting everything's leadership once more, that's it. That's it. If the Charybdis hadn't come back, you know, just all it needed, one good hit, big leadership debuffs to Terra is enough. Is enough to break what remained. But Mazdamundi was just, God, he was hard to take down. And that's the beauty of him, really. He's an absolute powerhouse. And just backed up with Saurus, he can deal with goon squads like this pretty damn well. I mean, Saurus Warriors, you don't expect them to go toe-to-toe with something like a Charybdis or a Chilosontar, you know, War Hydra. But, man, they pack a punch. They really pack a punch. Great bodyguard unit, for sure. Because, yeah, these guys don't want to waste their time attacking the Saurus Warriors, do they? No, they want to attack Mazdamundi. But, yeah, Mazdamundi's just going to keep healing. So, yeah, really well played here. I think this build definitely just leading towards, oh, what about the new units? Let's bring that. But, yeah, Optimus Prime had the proper tools to deal with it. He just, yeah, Reaper Bolt Throw is great for whittling down units like this. I think Reaper Bolt Throw is going to be super common, just generally against Lizardmen, you know. They have been for a long time, because they're really good at just doing sort of just persistent damage, you know? Just damage over time. Think of it like that. The longer they're online, the more dinosaurs are going to get whittled down. And especially with a lot of feral dinosaurs, you know, being in the roster, you can rampage them really quickly and just get them stuck fighting Blackguard and Nagaron. But, I mean, Salamanders are pretty squishy, and these guys can outrange them. That's the thing. Salamanders are great when they don't have to worry about being outranged. Against things like Chaos, they are wonderful because nothing can outrange them. You have to get into melee with them, and usually there's something to back them up. So, yeah, I think Optimus Prime here just had the perfect build to deal with this. But Rickson did alright, considering. I was amazed at just how well the Saurus and Mazdamundi dealt with these two beasts. Really, really impressive stuff. But just a shame about Croak. He just couldn't get any of his spells off. It's really sad. Poor Croak. He would have been so good. But yeah, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful game. So guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.